Also exclusive tonight at 6, Omaha, Nebraska. The Kentucky governor is heading there tonight for a big Democratic fundraising event that's going to feature the former President Joe Biden, who in just hours from now will be speaking for the first time at a political event since leaving office. And tonight, WHAS 11 News is right there in Nebraska for you. As you can see this sunset footage of the city of Omaha from our Sky 11 drone. Well, this gala has been on Andy Beshear's schedule for months. We first noticed it last summer and started planning to cover it as he continues to work to boost his national profile. It's all as the speculation continues to swirl about a potential 2028 presidential run. Our political reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton are live right now in that ballroom in Omaha, Nebraska, where Beshear's speech is set to start in about 2 hours. And Isaiah, I'm sure the governor will address the UPS jet crash here in Louisville, but we are there because we were wondering if he really says a different message when he's outside the state of Kentucky, and maybe get a hint if he's going to run for president.
Doug, you're right. There's going to be a lot of messages to listen to tonight. Obviously, when we planned this event, we had no idea about the tragedy that was going to happen this week in Louisville. The governor, nobody did. But alas, he is here tonight. We expect him to address that, as well as address some other issues, right? And we know that Nebraska is one of many states that is inviting Andy Beshear specifically because of his success in a red state. But more than that, they believe his message can help more voters turn blue, which we know the governor has not been able to do for candidates outside of himself. So will we see a different message tonight? That's the ultimate question. Our Sky 11 drone flies over downtown Omaha, Nebraska, the home of the College World Series that tonight plays host to politics and a team of prominent Democrats, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear and former President Joe Biden. Omaha is a blue dot in red Nebraska. We talked to State Democratic Party Black Caucus leaders.
And we've been actually calling it Jomaha for the last 2 cycles, too.
Biden is set to speak at the Nebraska Democratic Party's biggest annual fundraiser and arguably his highest profile appearance since leaving office and his cancer diagnosis. The state party's executive director, Precious McKesson, worked in his administration.
A part of the team that helped reopen schools and got everybody back on track.
She told me Governor Beshear's political success in a Republican-dominated state was attractive and inviting him to be the first speaker tonight.
And so there are people that are different shades of blue that sometimes go one way, come another. So we just want to give that message of hope and what we can do to really see Nebraska change.
Democrat John Ewing Jr.
We're going to treat people with dignity and respect as long as I'm your mayor. And guess what? I expect to be your mayor for a long time.
Omaha's first black mayor, who just unseated a 12-year Republican incumbent, will be meeting Beshear for the first time.
He's got a message to share with Omaha and with Nebraska as we try to make our very red state more blue.
The governor is again working to boost his national profile as he prepares to lead the organization tasked to get Democrats elected in 36 governor's races in 2026. It comes as he's also said he'll consider a potential presidential run in 2028. Here's UK political science professor Stephen Voss about the significance of Beshear and Biden sitting side by side tonight.
Out in the heartland, commemorating a Democrat who used to be really successful in a Republican state is exactly the kind of venue where Governor Beshear would want to go to highlight his openness to being the sort of Democrat who can swing voters around the country.
And Doug, this will be the first time publicly that we'll see Joe Biden and Andy Beshear interact outside of Kentucky. Remember, there are 3 notable times we've seen that in the past. Western Kentucky after the devastating tornadoes, East Kentucky after those deadly floods, and of course Covington, Kentucky when it comes to that Brent Spence Bridge corridor project. Doug.
Isaiah, thank you very much. Look forward to your coverage tonight at 11 as we, by the way, are going to be streaming those speeches for you. You can watch them exclusively on WHAS11.com and our WHAS 11 Plus app. And then right here on the night team, Isaiah will be back here with me at 11 to bring you the speeches and coverage on what Nebraskans think of Governor Andy Beshear. We'll have more on this right after this.